us.
Thank you. Yeah. Hi. Hey. Sorry, I was thinking of things. I was seeing visions.
Okay, tell us about that.
I feel like y'all could actually tell me a little bit more about it.
I'm down for it. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, what's up for a nightcap? Chill, you know, kick back.
Welcome to the Nightcap. It's your girl, Carolina Sanchez. And that was a little dream sequence about what you're going to see a little later. It's all part of the Osun Feast Day Festival that's happening later on in September 4th through 6th. And I've got the goddesses here to talk about it. We've got Goddess Jessi back in the building. Hey, girl.
Hey.
And next to you, we've got Goddess Ebony.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey. Okay. Before we dive into what's happening at the festival, you got to let me know what Osun Feast Day actually is.
Yes. So we practice a African traditional practice called Orisha Ifa. And the Sweet Love Sanctuary, that's like our foundation, is that practice. Our house is governed by an Orisha, and that Orisha name is Osun. So in the African traditional practice, we honor cosmic energy and worldly forces. And Osun is the worldly force of the river and of sweetness and honey and sensuality and the divine feminine. And so we're going to embody that energy. We're going to teach on it. We're going to give the community some cultural like submersion in that energy. So different houses around the world celebrate different Orishas on different like festivals day. So just like how you have St. Patrick's Day, you know, Osun Feast Day is a day for what we practice. And so we're right in the heart of Third Ward, and so we're going to be doing it in the heart of Third Ward and sharing that like cultural experience with those who practice, for us to honor and celebrate, and then those who have not experienced it to come and
are maybe curious.
Yeah, to come get into it, to learn, to experience, to have a great time, and, you know, fellowship inside a community.
And Goddess Ebony, for someone who is unfamiliar with the Orishas or the African traditions, but, you know, they're curious about the self-discovery and the healing and the sensuality, is it open to them? Like, how should they be introduced to this? Is this a good way to be introduced, or is this probably for like an expert level?
Oh gosh, no, would be the perfect intro experience, because you will get to experience that cosmic energy in the element and in the just natural force of how it naturally occurs. This is an event that is for people who are just now hearing about this, can come, and you'll be able to learn from people who are already in the practice. You'll be able to, you know, meet people that are just as curious as you may be about it. So this is the perfect event to come, whether you are just being introduced to Orisha or if you are an expert Ianifa level.
Yeah. So do you guys vet people who are coming? Like, because I feel like it might invite people who are just ogling eyes, right? They're just like, this flyer looks like some freaky deaky stuff is coming, and I'm just ready to come check it out, and not really in it for the cosmic nature, the spiritual practice of it.
I mean, we don't, you know, honestly. Even if somebody came with that ideal, once they get in there, you know, they're going to get way more than what they bargained for, you know.
It's transformative for all.
Yes, very. Sure. You know, like when someone comes into the space, you know, there is this taboo topic about sensuality and sexuality, and even it being associated with our practice. And we're here to show the spectrum of that. We're here to show that sensuality and sexuality is deeper than what you think, and it's within all of us. So if they up to no good, trust me, how the spirit work, they won't even make it to the door. So if they make it to the door, that means that there's something they're supposed to get from it, and they'll end up in a better place than what they came.
Than what they came in. Okay, I definitely want to dive into this idea that you just brought forth about sensuality and sexuality being a lot deeper than what we perceive and what mainstream obviously feeds us. Obviously it's so taboo that we don't talk about it enough, and it seems like it's something that should be kept behind closed doors between two consensual adults, hopefully. But what do you say to that?
Yeah, I think that sex, like the act, yes, but I think that the energy of sensuality, like we're living in it right now.
Right.
You know, like the essence of being in your full, you know, energy of vibrancy, of confidence, and it should be allowed to be sexy too. Like it should be alluring, it should be arousing, it should be exciting. Those sides of things. People think that spirituality is supposed to be so serious and so just like respectability, we've buttoned up to here, and you know, all those things, where you know, someone that probably is the most spiritual may not look the way that you think, but here, you know, diving into that sexuality and that spirituality is going to make you, to me, tap more into your spirituality than someone who's ignoring that or putting that to the side.
Yeah.
You know, we honor that energy inside of looking at it from a sacred, you know, space. And I think that if you honor, just like how we had the dancer earlier, you know, her being in that artistry, that's sensuality, that's sexuality, that's not the act of sex. And that energy, that's art, that's movement, that's the things that make life sweet and us enjoy living it. So why not?
The whole time I'm seeing you just nod in full agreement.
Yeah, for sure. Because I'm also thinking about just the, you know, we talk about how sacred that energy is, but it's such a creative force. And there is so much power when we tap into that. And, you know, so often in society we're taught to suppress that part of ourselves, but it is such a major part of who we are. And I think some of, you know, the reasons that it's suppressed, which causes, you know, some of the I guess kind of taboo behaviors, is because that part of us we are suppressing. And so when we tap into that part of us, we can really utilize that energy to create and to manifest whatever we want in our lives.
Yeah, it's all about balance. You know, I think whenever we are allowed to express ourselves creatively, people don't realize like where that energy may come from. You know, it comes from within you, and your sexual energy is within you too, you know. And so I feel like like you said about people coming for the wrong reasons, or people coming because they're Googling, that's just the hook. But when they come in and they feel community, they feel seen, they feel like they're able to be their true full selves, and they actually feel like an aspect of them that was ignored gets to be cultivated, they get to get education on it, they get to get watered in a sense, that side of them, then we start to see a balance across how people may show up, to where, you know, there's that suppression goes away.
Oh, okay. We got to talk a little bit more about this festival coming up. And I do want to talk about the spirituality a little bit more. All right, you stay right there. We're talking about the Osun Feast Day Festival happening here in Houston in September. You stay right there. We'll be right back with more. Welcome back to the Nightcap. We're talking about the Osun Feast Day with goddesses Jessi and Ebony. Okay, before we dive into the actual festival that's coming up, let's talk about the spirituality aspect, which we kind of got into during the commercial break. And if you were watching our live stream, we talked about it extensively there, but let's kind of make it a little bit more succinct. It is not a new notion that you've introduced at Sweet Love Sanctuary. This is something that has been practiced for centuries, probably
5,000 BC, like long ago.
What can you tell us about it?
We can tell you that for most Black and brown people, that this was probably a practice that your ancestors practiced prior to slavery. You know, that it is something that's ancestrally linked to you, and also that it's not a religion in the same sense of how we understand religion in the Western world.
That was going to be my next question, because you emphasize spirituality, not religious.
Right. So it's a practice, you know, it is a lifestyle. And, you know, there's a few principles inside of our practice that we believe that is every person came here with a destiny. Every person came here, you know, with an Orisha. You know, there's 401 divine beings, divine energies that we call Orumile or Orisha. And even inside of that, we believe that you can utilize what we call divination to figure out your destiny and to navigate through life, utilizing Orisha, ancestors, and your own personal power to achieve that destiny and to get there and to have a great, fun time enjoying it, doing it.
And since it's not a religion and it's a spiritual practice, anyone with any religious background or faith base can practice.
Yes.
And all are welcome.
Yes. So there are people who are Christian ministers, pastors, Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, Catholic, I mean, you name it, that also practice Orisha or Ifa. So you don't have to, in our practice, give up anything that you're doing. In fact, there may be a reading that comes that say, oh, you need to be a Muslim, or you need to practice numerology, or it's more what we call universal knowledge. So inside of the whole universe is many different things. And so it's not like geographic or like very honed in. I mean, this comes from West Africa, Nigeria, but people practice Ifa all over the world. I think we just saw somebody from Russia practicing it on social media, and I mean, they are France, China, it's everywhere, because the practice, the oracle system really is like what we call like a binary code. They say it's the original computer, and inside of that it gives navigation that you need to prosper in life, to overcome obstacles, to, you know, heal yourself, and to live according to your destiny.
All right, is that what we're discovering at the festival, or is it a whole other thing? Is it a minuscule level? What's happening? Actually, let's just, what's happening at the Osun Feast Day Festival?
So at the Osun Feast Day Festival, it'll be focused on that aspect when it comes to Osun. So we are going to be diving into honoring the divine feminine, because that's one of the biggest things that Osun is associated with, is women being women, but also not just for women or femmes, but everyone to honor the divine feminine that's within them. So it's a big like network of people sharing the gifts that they have, the tools that they have, the knowledge that they have, but it's going to be delivered in a beautiful sexy package.
Oh yeah, because I saw clothing optional.
Oh yes, one of the days. Yes,
one of the days is clothing optional.
That's Pussy Church.
Pussy Church.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I feel like I went to Pussy Church.
Yeah, you had your own. We had our own version of Pussy Church.
If
And
you
life's
didn't watch
been
that
good
show,
after that.
you gotta go check out that episode. Just look up the Nightcap Sweet Love Sanctuary. You'll get when I went to Pussy Church.
Yeah. We had a little special sermon for you.
Sure did.
And did we preach or did we preach?
Y'all preached.
Okay.
And my card said what it needed to say.
Right, and here we are.
And here we are. And here
Bigger
we are.
and better.
Yes, ma'am. So, can people purchase tickets? How does it work?
Yes, so if you go to Sweet Love Sanctuary on Instagram, or Linktree/Sweet Love Sanctuary, the first tab there is to tickets to Osun Feast Day, and then I am going to do a Nightcap special. So if you put in the code Nightcap, you'll get 10% off of your ticket. And it's 3 days. So, you know, the first night is a VIP night. So all of our members of the sanctuary and any VIP get to come to the actual sanctuary, and we're going to have a community ritual. It's going to be chaired by Goddess Ebony, and we're going to be honoring ourselves. We're going to be setting intentions for the weekend. We're going to be having a drum circle and a good little bonfire, and we're going to just get moving and get festive and set the week off, or the weekend off right.
Yeah.
And then Saturday is going to be our workshop series. So we're going to bring in some priests that have been practicing in our community for a very long time. And one is, her name is Dr. Funlayo. She's known as the scholarly priestess. And we also have Naimbi. She is another Iyanifa that is going to be coming and teaching about the walk with Osun. So if you want to like learn about Osun, but not like what you can Google, if you want to get the real deal experience about like what is this about, and experience the energy of Osun in community and have a great time.
I love it. And we got a little sneak peek tonight because one of your performers from the festival is actually going to perform coming up next. Can you tell me a little bit about her?
Yes. So, Sugar and Spice, she is a member of our community, and she is the founder of the Melanin Ancestral Shake House, which is a burlesque company.
Yeah.
And she's a conjure dancer, so she brings that energy of sensuality and storytelling and healing, because them dances, if you focus, they will heal you, okay? They will move you. But she's going to be over the whole performance showcase, and we're going to have an array of art and dance and
amazing.
yeah,
Well, I'm
performance.
excited to see it. All right, you guys have a wonderful festival.
Thank you.
And listen, you stay right there because coming up next, Sugar and Spice has a show for you. We'll be right back.